Oh, last session, this unnamed party has been dwelling within the city of Broken Bridge for some time. You were given quests to deal with and search out, and you earned some money during these quests, as well as an enemy or two. You decided to set a trap for one of your newfound enemies, the Stark Visnar, that tried to frame you all, or at least a few of you, for um, some spy-like activities, and you all were able to negate what the Stark Prisoners said against you and turn it on them. Now on the run, they attempted to ambush you while you went to go visit the angel within the old Verstek family house. There, you met an powerful female-ish angel that seemed to have multiple personalities that vied for control. One calm and collected, the other violent and angry. You spoke for a long time about the mirror, about another angel that they work under, and gifts for them. However, you were ambushed by the Stark Visnar, and the angels soon realized that guards would be swarming to this place soon. Once the Stark Visnar was gone, Angel fled as well. That is where we pick up today's session. We're all currently within the ruins of the Verstek family house. No Angel or Stark Visnar to meet you. So, what do you all wish to do?
This sucks.
Yeah, this super sucks for surezies.
I mean,
Ace
it
is
was an
gonna
ambush.
turn and Ace is gonna turn and look at Bonnie. She's contemplating, and then her thumb comes up, and a thumbs up. It's time. It's probably gonna be useless, but who cares?
Oh?
Last session, Bonnie said, Ace, give a thumbs up when you want me to locate object on your alms box.
Oh.
So Ace is giving the thumbs up for that.
Okay then. Interesting. So you cast locate object. Hmm. Okay then. So, you cast locate objects. You sense the object for a few moments until it disappears at the very edges of your range. It seems as if the alms box itself, is on the Stark Visnar. You note that he is seemingly um, flying far afield, specifically southwest. East, sorry. You could give chase.
Sorry. I don't know why this silent conversation is funny to me.
It happens.
Some things are amusing for no reason. Ace is gonna turn to the group and say, Looks like he's heading southeast. East, right?
Southeast, yep.
Okay, cool. Do we want to like hunt him down? I mean, I want to hunt him down.
I guess that's the job, right?
Yeah, this is probably our best chance to find him again. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for him to attack us again.
Wonderful. And Ace is gonna. Can I climb out this window? This broken window?
Sure, yeah. Easy enough.
I'm gonna climb out this window and start making my way towards the southeast.
Okay. So you all begin giving chase then.
Ace does. I assume the party follows.
They would probably have to be Ace and Bonnie,
Yeah.
right?
At least.
A very
Sure,
minimum.
why not? Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's best if we all go.
We may not want to split up. An ambush predator after us.
Do we want to stay like close as a group, or do we want to try to catch it as fast as possible? Because I can run ahead. I just don't know what'll happen if I do.
I mean, that just seems really like tempting fate to me. Unless you have some way to immobilize it.
Wouldn't happen to have that spell that prevents things from flying, would you?
Well, I have it. Whether or not I have it prepared is a different story.
Mm,
I have hold person though.
It's not a humanoid.
it's not a. It's not a
Damn.
person.
You would need hold monster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we can just like go together. Should be fine.
Yeah. He has to stop moving eventually.
It has. Well,
hope.
my
desperately
concern is
hope.
its movement speed is way faster than all of ours, so it's gonna outrun us probably pretty quickly, and will be outside of the locate object range.
That's true.
What range do you need, Ripley, for your locate person thing?
I need to be within 120 feet of it, and then I will know where it is. As long as it doesn't
Okay.
leave the scene.
What if I wolf and you ride me and we fucking bolt for it
We can
and try to just get within that range?
I will also say my spell does only last an hour, so I'll know where it is for an hour. Do we think it's gonna be running for more than an hour? Probably not. I'd assume it would get tired before then.
It might want to turn and fight us. It might not. It depends. It's probably
Yeah.
trying to. If
I
it,
mean, yeah, I'll hop on Wolf Jaw and I can try to hit it because the spell also does damage, so maybe I can just kill it. I don't know.
With dash, I have a movement speed of 100 feet per turn.
Yeah, you noticed that it wasn't entirely the fastest creature. Just so you know, it only seemed to be able to move at like maybe 40 feet.
Okay, so we might be able to catch up to it.
yeah, so it can only outpace us for so long. Come on, Bonnie, time to run. We ain't got wolf legs. We just got human legs.
I'm just imagining like a bunch of like, like the part of a marathon where it's just like all the old ladies like fast walking, like not
That's
running, but they're
everybody
sure
else.
walking that marathon.
But hey, you know what? They beat the two like 17-year-olds who thought they could just sprint when they've never done a sport in their life.
Yeah, sprinting 5 miles.
What is
Yeah.
this? The torrents and the hair. That was a different campaign.
We don't have a bard. We get no music. No chase music.
In this house, we speed walk in silence.
Hell yeah.
Ripley, take a coconut and just clack it together while we ride.
I will not.
Should do that actually.
Monty Python style.
You're making wolf noises as you run. That's fine. That's already an animal.
Yeah, but imagine hearing a horse coming at you and instead it's a wolf.
Someone should learn how to
Anyway.
play the harmonica.
How long is it gonna take to catch up to this thing?
At your speed of what'd you say it was again? It was 40 miles an hour?
100.
100?
100
per turn.
So 40 miles per hour.
So wait, what's the speed of the wolf?
The speed of the wolf is 50 feet. But if I'm dashing,
Okay.
I can get it to 100.
Yeah. I figured. Okay. So that means you can actually play catch up.
It was so fast.
So you begin to chase after the Starkvisnar wolf form with only Ripley riding on top of you?
Yep.
Okay. So you kind of know the basic direction that the Starkvisnar is going, but you don't actually have the locate object like the rest of your party does. So,
I can also use my vulture to look ahead.
what's your vulture speed?
That's a good question. $60.
60 feet, okay. So the Starkvisnar has a slight lead. You don't fully know the direction, but as you send out your vulture, as you're running along, Ripley on your back, your vulture is actually able to catch up much faster than you are. And you realize it's a good thing they did because the Starkvisnar is flying low at the moment. You can see they are cresting just above trees and houses, trying to have as much cover as possible as they make their way through the city streets, pretty much in broad daylight. And as they do that, you notice that kind of southeast direction pivots, and soon changes direction. And if you were just to follow that direction, flying on your wolf or like riding as fast as you could on your wolf, you would have not been able to keep up. Additionally, you're running in wolf form through a crowded city. There are individuals who are, taking carts and carriages, riding their horses through the middle of town, and all of a sudden a big wolf with a person riding on the back of it just comes storming through. You do spot as you're flying through the space, there is a contingent of maybe like 12 guards that were on their way to their house. Like you pass by them and they turn and look, and you hear, "Hey, wait!" As you fly past them. As you continue to give chase, you using your vulture to guide you, turn and follow the Starkvisnar as best as you can as they slowly fly as low as possible. They take a lot of the natural parks and other routes where they can go in through the trees and spaces where there is likely to be less people. They're not flying directly over the streets. So here's the thing. Also, you're trying to see through your vulture where the Stark Visnar is going.
I think it's more I'm looking at where the vulture is and he's flying higher up and can see further.
Okay.
So I'm just looking at the vulture as I'm running because I think there's a smaller range on how close he has to be in order for me to look through his eye.
Yeah, for sure. So you're just kind of following your vulture as your vulture follows Stark Visnar as best as possible. Eventually, you cut through this large park, and you watch as your vulture dives quite suddenly. And as your vulture does, can you make a perception check with your vulture, please?
Yeah. And this is a perception check that relies on hearing or sight?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Get to roll it twice.
Hmm.
Damn.
You damn indeed. Yeah. So as you're dashing through this park, you've made some decent headway, especially against a flying creature. And by the way, this has taken probably a good 10-20 minutes of just constant sprinting. You are exhausted. You take 1 point of exhaustion.
Fine.
Would it be possible for me to do this while we've been doing this, or is this not gonna be applicable?
Interesting. So you're trying to perform an esoteric rite for a minute while
Like, if I
trying to hold on.
can. If it's not something I'd be able to do in this situation, I'm not gonna try it.
I don't think you'd be able to perform a rite because I feel like you would need to like draw stuff and like
Yeah, that's fine.
hit and pray kind of, and you're not doing that while riding, a wolf that is sprinting through the city streets.
That's fair.
But as you kind of like come crashing to a halt within this park with exhaustion, this milk cat wolf is currently heavy breathing. There's a slight there was a couple of screams of terror upon entering into the park itself, and you immediately see like there's a small couple having like a picnic or something next to the small water feature, and you just hear go 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 as they stand up and run away, seeing this very grotesque cursed wolf that is just breathing heavily. And you watch as with every breath there's like a puff of like strange like white mucus that seems to almost splurt out the side. It's kind of gross.
It's like when a puppy has a snot bubble.
Yeah, but out of the open rib cage.
Yeah.
Just as cute.
Terrible. Truly awful.
But you watch as your bird is slowly circling a small section of the park near the far exit. There you can see the city streets are packed full of people. It seems as if there was some sort of caravan or convoy of material goods. And your vulture is very low to the ground, looking around frantically, as if they've not able to see something. How close do you need to be for this? Your ability to work?
For my spell,
Yeah.
I have to see it. I mean, if at any point in this I've been within 120 feet of it and been able to see it, I would have cast it.
Okay. And cast it. Okay. Yeah, you look. Make a perception investigation check.
Investigation?
Or perception. It probably is going to be more perception.
Definitely perception? Okay,
Yeah.
well.
You're kind of farther away than the bird was.
I'm gonna use my clockwork amulet to get a 15.
A 15?
Because I don't I don't trust my dice.
Okay. With a 15, you can see that based on the way the vulture is looking around frantically, you can see a couple people are standing at the very edge of the park looking in. You can see like a small like dwarven man looking in. You can see a very tall looking kind of like black haired human female, and probably a small couple, maybe like a pack of children or something like that, are all kind of looking into the park as if something concerned them. And you get the sense, knowing that that the Stark Viznar is a shape changer, you're pretty sure he landed at the very edge of the park and shape changed before moving on, as if he finally caught on that he was being followed.
Okay. I don't see any figures that are like limping or visibly injured.
With your perception check, no. You can see the three different groups of people who have been looking into the park kind of like look at each other and begin to turn away as they don't see whatever it caused them to kind of look into the park for a moment. And soon the crowds pass. You're left confused, and you might have lost your target.
Yeah, I've got no way to find it, so I can't see through illusions or anything.
Nope.
Or I
Can I
guess it's shape
smell
changing,
it?
so it's not even an illusion.
Make a perception check.
Does the smell change? Stay the same? I do have advantage on perception
It
check.
probably smells like blood.
Wait, does
so-
that transfer over?
Yeah.
Okay.
– 21.
21.
You sniff into the air and you barely smell this iron, kind of salty blood that somehow you picked up on in the as you were flying away, chasing down this creature from the manor, and you smell it. You swear that it's very, very close to you. You suddenly burst forth, charging across the remainder of the park. Your vulture takes off from one of the trees it was sitting on, noticing that you see something. As you exit the park, you're now on this kind of main thoroughfare. Across from you, you can see a bunch of tall buildings with shops in the bottoms and apartments and homes up top. You can see carriages and horses. Lots of farm goods and military soldiers are currently moving what looks to be supplies to different sections of the city in case something, or it seems like maybe something might be happening. There is an immediate spook. You watch as horses begin neighing nervously and sidestepping as a lot of individuals turn, and you just hear, "What the fuck is that?" As there's a great reaction, but you sniff once more and you turn your head just to the left, and sitting on a bench right outside of the park streets, you see an older looking man with gray hair. This thick gray bushy beard is currently fishing into a trash can and pulls out what looks to be an old newspaper and turns his head to look at you. He smiles as you make eye contact with him. Suddenly he shifts and turns. A snout grows out of the gray beard, and then he roars at you once more.
I'm going to cast Mind Spike,
Okay.
so it has to make a Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is, for my wisdom save, a 17. Or 18, sorry.
That saves. Does it still take half damage? Let me check.
I believe so.
Yeah, half damage on a success. And Hex is now gone. It also wouldn't apply to this anyway. So that's gonna be, wow, absolutely garbage damage roll. 13 have to 6 psychic damage.
6 psychic damage. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it takes the 6 psychic damage. I need you both to make a dex saving throw, please. As he was in the midst of transforming and roaring again at you.
Oh.
You're lucky. I just rolled 3 2s and a 1. I'm at 7.
Incredible.
That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Wow, that's another 2.
Ouchie.
That's only 14 points of thunder damage.
Okay,
Which you both take. 'Cause you both failed to save.
that's fine.
Oh, I forgot to
Still
roll.
had a bunch of temp HP.
But you hear this massive roar across the entire space.
Oh yes, we do have resistance.
Yes, you do.
Whoa.
So you only take 7 points of damage, which is not that bad. As
I
it
forgot about
roars,
that.
you immediately see and hear the sounds of bones crunching behind you, as it seems that there was a gaggle of school children who had just passed the park on that side, and this is a 30-foot cone.
Ooh.
And
Whoops.
you hear and see, you watch as a horse on the far end also caught some of the blast and just gets crunched by thunder damage. You watch as it just gets destroyed. There is panic in the streets, and you watch as the creature then suddenly flies 40 feet, dashes onto the top of one of the roofs, and then climbs right over it.
Vulture following again.
Yep.
Yeah, in pursuit again.
Okay. You continue your pursuit.
No, it's
The creature was unable to hide stealthily enough. So, as it had climbed over one of the roofs, you have to go down one of the alley streets nearby to try and catch up to it. Your bird takes off into the sky as the Stark Visnar is moving at double speed as far as it can across the rooftops. It begins cutting straight. At this point, it started moving east. It's actually going to cut straight west and just try and get as far away from you as possible along this main thoroughfare. As you're running across these roads and alleyways, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Both of you, please.
is this hearing or smell?
Yeah. Okay. Between the both of you, you're able to keep eyes on it enough. You can see glimpses of it across rooftops as it's trying to stay out of your vision, but it's having a difficult time doing so.
Is there any point I'd be able to cast a spell at it?
What's the furthest distance spell you have?
Eldritch Blast is 120 feet.
I'd say with that perception check, you get 1 blast of Eldritch Blast.
Okay, well it comes with 2, so I can
Yeah.
only get one of them.
I'm gonna say you can get 1 attack round of Eldritch Blast on the creature.
Okay, so those are fucking garbage rolls.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, on the back of the wolf, you get 1 opportunity where you can see it on one of the rooftops in a decent angle, because you're able to keep up with it speed-wise, but there's buildings in your way, and it's flying away from you. You fire 2 shots at it and just miss. Barely, I should say, miss. It slams against one of the rooftops. The tiles go clattering into the alleyway below it, and it turns towards you for a moment until it slips beyond another roof, out of your sight once more. There are also, I should say, you're going through the main city streets at this point. There are so many guards and soldiers and civilians that are just seeing this chase publicly, I might add.
Yeah, that's fine. We're on a job. We're on a city sanctioned job,
Mhm.
trying to
Only
cause
a
as little
few
collateral
children
damage as
died.
possible. Those children, not my fault.
So the Stark Miznar, as it continues to move westward, realizing that this is a somewhat futile effort, it is angry and upset and just trying to get away. Eventually, you watch as
So true.
Yeah. Also,
Well,
who told
it
those
moves
children to
very
get out of
fast.
school right now?
well, it's like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, get back to school.
Yeah, they gotta go. Well, then they gotta go work in the factories. They shouldn't be out in the streets.
I think the early school. They probably had like it's like kindergarten where like you go for like the 7 to like 1 class, and then there's
They're
the
not signed
And
up
then
for
you
any
go into the
extracurriculars.
well, like, yeah, the
extracurriculars.
7 to 12 class, and then there's like the 1 to 3 class or whatever, and then like you switch. So they were getting off work or school just to go to work.
They were getting off work.
They were getting off work. They were the day shift.
Yeah.
But the Starkvisnar, angry at all of this happening, you watch as suddenly, in the midst of it doing this flee westward, shifts courses instantly. You watch as it goes, looking like it's about to leap from another rooftop to a different rooftop. It leaps off of it straight in the air. Its tail seems to take to the sky, almost like this flying snake-esque motion, and it flies straight towards the vulture.
Oh no.
It opens its mouth once more, and from even a mile away, you just hear this thunderous roar. Can I have a dex saving throw for your vulture, please?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Dex is 8 plus 1. I believe in you, Sedani.
Sedani fails.
Damn.
Sedani, caught off guard by the sudden change-up. That is an insane amount of I just rolled 4 6s in a row. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so you realize that the creature has known it was being followed and finally decided to do something against it. It flies directly towards your vulture, just within range of 30 feet before your vulture can even react. The maw opens up and you hear this thunderous mile-wide roar as it shatters your vulture in mid-air, as your vulture is going to take 30 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, he only has 1 hit point, so.
Yeah, it's extreme overkill. You just watch this. You hear as you see this. The people are watching this from the side of the street, and they watch this strange steel wolf bird creature flies in the air and just utterly destroys this poor vulture. And you hear some poor little kid go, "Birdie, no!" You hear a couple of dwarves nearby as well go, "Damn, that got fucked up." You watch as this happens, though, the Starkvisnar is very visible in air, and you're close enough, Ripley. If you wanted to fire off 2 more shots, it opened itself up.
Absolutely. Give me just a sec to pull up Row 20 on my phone.
Okay. The first one goes wide as it sails directly past the Starkvisnar as you're still slightly moving, as Jal in wolf form had kind of skidded to a stop seeing this happen to your poor bird. The second, however, you have time to readjust your angle and fire a hefty blast that slams right into the Starkvisnar. 15 force damage. Damn. Okay. You watch as it takes the blast. It looks so hurt. It immediately falls, finally glides back to the building, slamming into it and then crawls across another one of the roofs, out of sight for the moment. It is on the cusp of death.
Let's fucking go after it then.
You want to fly?
Ooh.
Okay. After your blast, your damaged wings unfurl, and you take a single beat into the air and flying up 30 feet. Ajal in wolf form dashes down the street through one of the back alleyways, hoping to catch it all in one of these other these other alleyways, I should say. As you unfurl your wings and begin taking off into the air, you do hear one of the other passerbys who's watching this whole situation. Didn't he just see what happened to the other bird?
The other bird, he is a bird.
Listen, he sees wings. He's gonna say something. And they're
That's
stupid.
valid.
They're stupid.
Ripley is a bird.
Ripley, bird.
Vodka, motherfucker.
They're like, wait, that can't be a tiefling. It has to be an Aarakocra. It's just a featherless Aarakocra. That'd be horrid.
Oh my gosh, like a tabaxi, but one of those hairless cats.
Yeah, hairless race.
Oh goodness. There is as you were flying up, you hear that comment. There are also screams and horrid sounds from people as they are terrified. Actually, seeing a giant gross wolf, and now your wings. There's definitely some reactions going on. The plane. It's a tiefling. It's a man. No, it's a bird. So after that, you dash once more over one of the rooftops, and you watch as you get sight of it. It has fled across more rooftops, about 80 feet. You can see from this angle, Ajal's wolf form is somewhat keeping up, but again, it's wolf versus creature flying over city streets, and you're in the center of the city at this moment. Like, you're dead center in like downtown, essentially. Like, the noble area was a lot of open terrain, singular large buildings and parks and stuff. A lot of full open roads. This is packed. But I will say, with your flying probably straight up just to get an angle, because you're not going to keep up, because it moves at 80 feet around, you get an angle enough to fire off another round of shots. That would hit. That would hit. So as your wings crack and shake, you unfurl them and fly, beating them up into the air. You soar over the buildings, and you get a singular sight as this Stark Viznar is crawling over the rooftops and about to leap and fly over what seems to be two alleyways to try to get far, far away. It turns its head just slightly enough to see that you're behind it. And with full view, you fire 2 shots. The first one slams right into the tail as it's going to jump. It falters and is seemingly unable to fully fly and gets a half jump, only not even clearing the full alleyway. You watch as it slams into the shingles on the other side of the alley that it was trying to leap over. And then your second one slams it into the head. Its claws dig into the shingles themselves, and you just hear this horrid sound as the shingles go smashing into the alleyway below, as its claws slowly drag down the actual rooftop, and then snag at the very end, and it becomes a hanging, dead Stark Viznar.
Yippee!
It had 5 hit points left, by the way, after your
Holy shit.
yeah.
Damn.
Your 15 force damage. It was at 5 hit points left. So
I
it
love
was-
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Is it? Did it swallow my alms box? Wait. Does this thing
How
have
did all
pockets?
thing onto it?
You don't know.
I can't wait to get there. I'm gonna cut them open so fast.
The rest of the party, what are you doing?
Following the carnage, I would assume.
Yeah, so you begin heading out of the Verstek family house. You are heading down the drive. I'm assuming, are you taking the main roads, or are you actually going to cut through the wood?
What path did the wolf take?
It took through the woods, or the woods, I should say.
Then probably through the woods, because we wouldn't know
Okay.
where exactly they ended up.
Go ahead and roll me whoever is best at either survival or athletics. We'll do a group check to see how fast you're able to keep up during this chase.
I have a
Or-
+8 survival. I don't know if that's the best. My athletics is bad.
Yeah, the best I have is a +7 athletics.
So it seems like it's
Okay.
survival.
All right,
So-
and
Ace,
Wow,
you take the
14.
lead and begin moving your party as fast as possible through this kind of woods section that is on the edges of the Verstek estate. It doesn't last too long, but you're able to somewhat keep up and eventually make it out into the edges of the main road, eventually meet up and are able to follow the carnage, essentially. You do see a large contingent of soldiers that are rushing past the main road. Ooh, actually. And you can see they are talking to each other, saying, "What was that? I don't know. Someone else will get it." And as you're kind of rushing out of the woods at this moment, you do hear, "Hey, they might be leaving the scene." As you can see, one of the guards sees you.
I hear that, right?
Yeah.
Can I go back? No, we're just gonna go kill that monster.
They kind of stop and go, "Wait, what monster?"
You said you saw something.
Well, we saw
We're gonna
the
go
wolf."
deal with it. Oh, the wolf is a friend. It's killing the monster. Gotta go. And I'm just running.
They all look to each other, confused what to do. And as you continue running, you gain a considerable distance against the guards as they split the party. 6 of them go to investigate the house further, while the other 6 start bolting after you. In their full armor, you doubt they're going to be able to catch up. But they're running.
Then as they're running behind me before we get too far away from them, we'll say, "See you there," and I'm just gonna keep. I'm not running from them.
Oh, yeah.
I just have things to do,
Oh, absolutely.
and I don't care about them
Yeah, you're...
or their opinion.
So as you run, you can see, some of the guards have to stop early as they are, the patrol guards. They're not in the peak
isn't-
physical shape that they could be.
Yeah, whoever gets into fucking Broken Bridge.
Honestly, they're having too many donuts in their,
You want too many ales.
one too many ales in their taverns. The donut ales.
Just
Honestly. So the cops aren't
Oh, no,
able to
favorite
keep up
ale.
with you as you're continuing to run. You pass by confused street vendors, confused noble folk who are kind of talking to each other on the edges of the road after seeing whatever this is. You exit through a park and see devastation as there was some sort of terrorist attack, essentially, as there is, many dead. You can see a whole gaggle of bloody bodies having died to some forceful trauma. There is a horse that is broken. Not entirely dead, but you get the sense that it probably should be, as its leg is both broken. So the horse survived, just not very well.
Damn.
But there seems to be carnage, and people are pointing down the street, saying they went that way. And you immediately turn and follow. You are now at this point running with new guards and soldiers as the streets fill and empty at the same time. Civilians are moved to the sides as guards are yelling at them to get back to their homes, lock the doors. But you will continue to run with them. The guards pay you a mind, but they also don't. They're not asking questions. They're just too preoccupied with what's happening. Eventually, you arrive at the scene of some great incident. There you can see, currently standing on the edge of a rooftop, is Ripley, wings out. There is probably 30 guards, crossbows aimed at Ripley, saying if Ripley makes one move, they will all shoot. And
Oh.
to stay there till they figure out what's going on. Ajal, what would you have been doing at this moment? Because you were running at the edges of rooftops, or edges of alleyways and stuff, trying to keep up.
Can I see that the thing is 100% dead?
Yeah, you'd kind of turn one of the alleyways and you would see it just dangling, claws embedded in the edges of like the gutters, essentially, and just hanging from 40-foot tall roof.
Okay.
Oh,
I
sorry,
will duck into a little like alleyway, shift back into regular form,
Make a stealth check.
and then approach the guards. Still. What does exhaustion do again?
That gives you disadvantage on ability checks.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you're tired as hell. You're panting. You're as you shift back into your normal form. You're sweating profusely. You feel real gross.
Great.
Yeah, you basically just ran like. I'm not gonna lie to you. You ran like 10 miles.
Nice.
Which is also the rest of you also would probably have that as well.
not
enough.
me though.
Oh, hold up. Give me a second. Let me get off of my my battle map that I had for where he was going to go to.
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion. But yeah, as you shift out of your form, the second you do that, immediately you watch as two guards enter into your view. One looks at you, grabs you by the arm, and yanks you out. You are immediately manacled. Where's the wolf at? We saw it go in there.
I'm gonna look at them like they're stupid. And then just keep going with them.
Listen, you're the only one in that little spot. Either the wolf somehow disappeared, or you're the wolf.
No, the wolf definitely just disappeared.
Any case,
You ever
you're
heard of
under
a
arrest.
blink dog?
Listen, you're under arrest.
Hey, blink dogs exist.
I know they do.
Maybe it was just a really fucked
Does
up
this
one.
guard know blink dogs exist?
Probably not. They're more fey.
Yeah, like.
Damn. Well, we knew this
Um,
was gonna happen. It's fine.
Yeah.
The rest of the party's coming.
So, as you all arrive, you see Ripley, upon striking into into the Stark Viznar, you are immediately told to land on the edge of the roof. As a large contingent of guards who had seen this happen all leveled crossbows or longbows at you. And more have arrived every second since. They tell you to just land on the edge of the roof and to wait there for further instructions. I'm guessing you would comply.
Yeah, I'll tuck my wings back in,
Mhm.
and just kind of like sit on the edge of the roof.
Yep. Um,
Kicking your feet back and forth.
Essentially, yeah.
Maybe don't move too much.
so this is the sight you see as
Start breakdancing.
you also would notice your party arriving because you kind of have an aerial overview and you can see, Atlas is very visible, and you recognize, you know, your party more easily than random strangers. You're the main
We're an
characters.
eclectic looking bunch.
Yeah, you're
We all
your
have
main
main
character.
character syndrome.
Yeah, but basically.
There's
You-
the
you
half
see
dead
one-
guy, the person in a plague doctor costume, the person who's half covered in burns, the kobold that's bright red.
Yeah, you see a bright red burning kobold. You see two people with like silver white hair, and then one person wearing a freaking mask. So
With a beak, a big beak.
yeah,
For
you see
normal.
a beak mask, and you're immediately like, oh yeah, that's my people. And
Come for me.
yeah, you all see Ripley on the roof, and you watch as Ajal is pulled out from one of the alleyways, currently manacled.
Well, seems we have a situation here.
Or with other guards, right?
You kind of like arrive to the scene. Guards pass you by, not really
Yeah.
knowing who you are, what you're kind of doing in the area. A lot of the civilians have already left, not wanting to
Can
deal
I-
with this many guards. Yeah.
I don't know if this would be like an insight, perception, investigation, whatever check. Can I try to look at this, albeit incredibly large, group of people and try to find maybe someone who seems the most in charge or the most like highly decorated?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Not gonna go great for me. Let's see.
Hmm.
Nope.
Yeah,
Alternate plan. Is there a way onto that roof?
you could fly,
I can't fly.
or
Never
you could
mind.
go through one of the buildings, maybe. As Atlas said,
Atlas, I'm gonna get into the fetal position and you can chuck me like a cannonball.
oh yeah. So you get the sense that the guards don't know who's in charge at this moment. Just because there's both guards and professional soldiers that have kind of amassed to deal with this situation, and they're currently dealing with who's in charge here, who has authority on this situation.
Whose jurisdiction is this?
Yeah, you get the sense that there's
real.
probably two guards that are probably squad leaders, and that they're currently trying to see, and like they're talking to each other, they're gathering their group. Yeah, it's kind of chaos.
We've
Um,
technically done nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Did we not get like a written contract from Dylon?
you did.
Okay.
Who has that?
Probably you.
Okay.
You're the most responsible.
That...
Certainly not me.
Oh no! Ace is the most responsible?
Or I guess Ripley negotiated the like agreement, so maybe he'd have it.
I remember saying, I don't know. Someone has it. We have it.
Ripley gave it to Ace because
Okay,
he didn't have
Ace
enough
is
room
more
in his
responsible.
pockets.
Clearly.
His pockets were so full of bacon grease he didn't have any more room.
Yes. I guess I'll just walk up to someone and say, "Hey, excuse me, I have some information
Please
on
stand
the
back.
situation."
We're dealing with this situation.
Right, I'm aware. I have some incredibly pertinent and urgent information regarding the situation. Is there someone that I could talk to?
The guard finally looks at you, sees your burned face. We've got this handled. One of my squad leaders is over there. If you want to talk to him, you can try. I don't know much. Birdface. I burnt
Perfect,
face.
thanks.
Burnt.
I'm sorry?
No, sorry. I'm replying to the thing with Bonnie.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying burnt face. Burnt face, burnt.
Just really-
Imagine.
I genuinely thought.
No.
Punch him into his sunburned face.
Could you imagine?
That would be
Burnt
horrible.
face, burnt face.
He's just like shorting out.
He's never seen a burn victim before.
No. Cool. I'm gonna go up to the guy you pointed me out to.
Yeah, you can see one of the squad leaders is currently taking, he's commanding a lot of his soldiers. Okay, I need 3 more bows on the flying one up there. Get that one over to those 3 guards over there. Make sure they're double manacled. I don't know where the wolf is. They say that that's the wolf, though. I don't know. Civilian, what are you doing here? Can't be here.
Hi. Right. I have some information regarding the situation. For instance, that you don't have to worry about the flying one or the other one. And I'm gonna pull out the written document.
What is this? You hear a voice from behind you as an individual kind of steps between you and the squad leader. Squad leader sees the face. Sorry, sir. And turns immediately and walks away. You see an individual kind of walks up to you wearing kind of like studded leather armor, very light armored for a guard. Kind of long, slicked back black hair. You can see he carries 2 swords, one on each hip, and there seems to be a longbow draped across their back. They look more like a ranger than a guard. You can see these very piercing blue eyes kind of meet yours as they grab the note sheet and open up the contract. Well, I'll be. So that creature you all were hunting closes the contract, hands it back to you. Saw we had to arrest your friend there.
Oh, it's completely understandable. I just wanted to clear the situation up and figured manpower could be better spent elsewhere.
Manpower can always be spent better elsewhere. Yo, he grabs a guard by the arm who stops immediately, looks at him. Sir, release the prisoner. Tell your squad leaders I gave the order to lower all bows against the flying one. Pip pip. He releases the guard's arm and the guard runs. Yeah, you're gonna be released from your manacles.
Oh, I thought you just said the flying one.
No. He said release the manacled one
Okay.
and then lower all bows.
Ace didn't mention a Jal.
Jal's just gonna have to escape prison on his own.
She's gonna have to go through the process. No. No.
So, Dylan requested you kill that beast.
That's correct.
I have much to speak with him about. He didn't even tell me we had something like that around here. There is a very sudden, excuse me, pardon, as you see a 6'5", tall, bald-headed, red-wearing wizard, Dylon, moving through the crowd of guards. You can see he's flanked by a couple other teachers. You can probably see it would be Olin and one other you do not recognize as they go and begin seeing to what this situation is. You can see Dylon is making his way directly towards you. And this unnamed individual next to you. Ah, Captain Archmage. Good to see you, Dylon. Pleasure you could finally make it. Well, your beast is taken care of. Friends seem to complete that quest. Did they? Good job. Where's the beast at? Other alleyway, hanging by his clothes. Well, this matter is a institute matter. If you would kindly let us do our jobs. Nah, this is not an institute matter. This is a city matter. That beast killed a couple people. I won't lie to you. His charges are gonna have to be brought up. Some of this is gonna have to go to the system. I think that King of Broken Bridge is gonna want a word. I was worried you would say that. Oh. I'm sure your newfound pets will be just fine. We're just following your orders. But you should have invited others into the fray. Sorry about that, Trekon. Sorry all you want. Anyways, pleasure to meet you, Asuna. I'll be seeing you. He takes a step back away from you, and the kind of slick back, haired individual begins walking over to some of the other guards. I told you to get the flying one down. You can come on down now.
I try to climb down. Is there like any like side of the roof I can climb down?
It's you can try.
Do I see Ripley doing this?
Yeah.
Can I go to the side of the house and just like hold my arms out in case Ripley falls?
Yeah, you see.
I know Ripley
Oh.
has wings. I don't trust Ripley to use them.
No, he heard in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to safely scramble down if I can.
Okay, make an
Yeah, and
athletics check.
I'll back up Ace in case Ripley falls as well.
Okay.
Ace and Atlas just like holding a net.
What did you say to do?
Make an athletics check.
Oh, athletics? You're
Yeah.
really funny. You're a real funny guy.
13.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're able to mostly get down before near the very end. You do kind of slip and you fall, and for a moment you're terrified. You're like, please no, please no, and you fall like 2 feet into the arms of Ace and Atlas.
Oh, hi. Thank you.
I'll put Ripley down. Right. I need to ask, I don't know, Dylon, I guess. He seems kind of in charge and he's here. Is he here? Or did he move on?
Dylan is still here. He's probably still he's talking to Olin and some of the other teacher that's with him, talking to some of the guards maybe as well. As you get Ripley down from the house, Ajal is unshackled and kind of escorted over to the three of you at the edge of the roof. You, Ripley, see a strange black-haired individual wearing studded leather armor walk up to you. You did notice them talk to Dylon and your allies just earlier. Hey there. Sorry for the circumstance with all the arrows pointed in your direction.
Oh, that's fine.
Guys didn't know what was going on. They had to, stop someone from flying and doing stuff. But nice shots on that beast. Did good.
Okay. I'm gonna like try to walk around him, go to my party.
He holds his hand out. Next time you're in this city, and Dylon offers you a quest, do something that no one else is to know about, I want to know. Please and thank you.
And who are you?
I am in charge of security. Call me Trakon.
Can you spell that? So you're like the head of the guard or whatever?
You wish I was just head of the guy. Nah, I'm ahead of everything. I try to keep things in line. People. And well, you newcomers. I kind of want to know more about y'all. So I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Okay, sure.
Anyways, I'll let you get back to the rest of your party. He removes his hand.
I just walk away.
Yeah. You kind of would you look back at him?
Absolutely not. I don't like this guy. He's a creep.
Okay. Would any of
Oh.
you look back at him?
Yeah.
Okay. As you like kind of he lifts his arm up, allowing Ripley and all of you to kind of walk away. He doesn't move. He stands there staring at the building for a solid like 20 more seconds as you walk away. And then finally after 20 seconds he turns and doesn't even look at you.
I mean, that makes sense. What a weird guy.
He goes and gives
need
more
to-
orders to the guards. And soon the mass amount of guards begins to move and split up. Many different tasks are ordered and to be taken care of. You all meet back up. Dylon is still near the remainder of your party, Bonnie and Egil. Well, killed it. I guess I should have been more particular in how, but that's on me.
Did we kill
Yeah.
it wrong?
You killed it very publicly. And it
Oh.
caused a lot of damage.
Well, didn't have much choice.
Sadly, I think this situation is probably going to be brought to the king, which I wanted to avoid.
Is that guy that like weird creep who just talked to me? Is he not the king? Because he said he runs the city.
Tracken? No.
Yeah.
He's a council member on security. He's above the head of the guards, above every soldier in the army. Technically, he can tell me what to do with the bridges that I run, but usually he leaves that to me. Not real big on magic. He's a good spy and knows a lot of things.
He's like weird.
Huh. Yeah. There's a unsubstantiated rumor that it's just a rumor that the guards tell that somehow spread through the city streets. He was disappointed one night. A few guards, they didn't stop a robbery on one of the high-end lords. He got so upset, killed them with his bare hands. I doubt it's true, but there's rumors circling that he is unwell.
All right. Well, he said that if you give us any more jobs, he wants us to tell him about them. So,
Sure he would.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk to him, because he kind of makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little. But I guess if you want us to tell him, we could.
I'll probably have many more jobs. I don't know. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Fortunately.
He said he's gonna avoid giving us jobs in the future.
He said he might.
Well, that sucks.
Hope we can earn your trust in the future, buddy. But we might. We might.
You'll have my trust. It's just... There's gonna be a lot of blowback in this. This was far too public.
Right. That bastard stole something from me. Is there any way I'm going to be able to get that back?
I would tell them that it has something of yours. Sadly, I'm assuming they're going to be able to do the autopsy. You could try and convince them.
Right. I'll go try.
I have to try.
Mhm.
I can't just leave without my alms box. I came
Hey-
so
hey,
far.
cops, this monster ate my alms box full of body parts from various things.
They
I
don't need
killed.
to know it's full of body parts full of various things I killed. I can tell them that for spiritual reasons it needs to stay closed.
You think they're gonna respect that?
I don't know. Maybe they'll respect the wood elf god. Maybe they're religious. Gods are real.
Quick, who's the most popular god in the city?
Lathander.
Say you're a cleric of Lathander.
I have been looking into doing research on them actually.
Just tell them to ignore all the markings on the box that say otherwise.
I mean, the box just says it's oh, what's his? I always forget his name because it's Elvish.
Whose name?
The wood elf. Rilifane
Legolas?
Rolathil. No, Rilifane Rolathil. Because all of Ace's stuff is from before her worship of Hadar, so she's just repurposed everything.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Reduce
Yeah.
urethane malapho.
There's nothing hungrier than upcycling.
Real.
What an interesting way to say that, though. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you said it wrong.
I say a lot of things wrong.
it's- I
Graham
think
has a
that's fine.
whole like sheet about all the things I say wrong.
I do. I felt like a sausage casing.
I would love to do that magical cutting to get one of my spell slots back real quick.
Okay, so you sit on the ground and begin doing an eldritch ritual.
It's so vague on what it entails. It doesn't like say you
It's
have to
like-
sit on the ground and like draw a rune circle. I kind of assumed it was just like concentrating and talking to your patron for a minute.
Like, so
Because
it's
it doesn't say
esoteric-
ritual, it says rite.
Yeah, esoteric, meaning unknown, like no one knows what it is that you're doing, and it's weird as hell. So you're like doing some
I
weird
probably start
shit
speaking in
public.
deep speech or something. but,
Yeah,
like I'll try to do
doing
it quietly.
you're speaking in deep speech quietly as your hands go above your head and you are harnessing the power of Hadar. It looks weird. It's something you should not do in public.
Okay, fine.
Just saying. It's an esoteric
Don't want
rite.
to get shot. Just won't have any
Or-
spell slots like a loser.
You can't just chill for an hour.
A rite is a
That's true.
religious or solemn ceremony or act. So you have to have a ceremony or an action. So it is a weird ceremony that you're doing in public.
It's fine. Bonnie asked a question.
Mm-hmm. Is there any injured civilians around? Could not get away. No, the second blast really didn't hit anyone other than Bird. The first one,
And those kids super dead.
the kid's super dead. The horse actually had some hit points, so it's like mostly dead.
Could heal that horse.
Or you could kill that horse.
The man who was riding the horse, dead. The two men behind the horse, dead.
That horse though, built like a fucking brick shit house. It is
Yeah.
strong.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like horses have better decks and health than
Healthy as a
normal human.
horse, you could say.
Damn. Horses work out.
Except he's not because his leg is broken, which means he's gonna be put down anyway.
Yeah, right.
Well,
you heal the
magical
horse
healing
because
does
it's made
exist.
into glue anyways.
Yeah.
Have they ever
the world
magically
needs
healed a horse injury? Probably not.
It's probably super not worth it, economically speaking.
I imagine there's also like somewhere nearby in the edge of the on the edge of the street. There's like a single man rubbing his hands together, looking at this horse dying, and he's just a glue baron. He's like, yes, finally, I got another one.
Oh no.
He's
That's
like,
Blue Baron.
"Whoa, my company can handle the disposing of this animal, so it goes to us.
Mhm.
It's all in house. He's making the first monopoly."
So, do you want to heal the horse? Not really. The glue baron across the street's just like, yes, die, horse,
he's-
die.
He has a glint in his eyes.
He does. He'll probably be fine.
You
Okay,
recognize
okay,
blood
I'm
lust
going
if
to
you
heal the
see it.
horse, but I'm going to also siphon off half the healing it gets
Mm.
to give to Hadar because I do need to do that. And maybe if the horse is healed enough, it won't be able to be like a service, like a working horse anymore, but it could like go be someone's family horse or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. So you go over and you heal the horse.
Diagnose it with die. Damn.
Yeah, as you imbue hit points into the horse, you hear from across the street, "Damn it!" Foiled again.
Okay, so
The
it gets
Blue Baron
4
walks
hit
away.
points.
Which is enough to somewhat stitch the wound together. The horse kind of partially begins to recover. It'll take a long time for that bone to fully heal, like your foot. But
That's fine.
for the most
It'll
part,
recover.
yeah, it'll recover. It's on track to recover.
Great.
So, Ace, you're going over to some guards to tell them that my property was, taken by that thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you walk over to Trakon, who is, conducting a lot of the rescue of this creature and dealing with this situation. As you begin walking up, so how can I help you? Turns around and looks at you.
Right. Sorry to bother you again. The thing is, that Stark Viznar stole my alms box. I was wondering if I could maybe get it back.
It stole from you.
Mhm.
Well, follow me then. Takes you off into the alleyway. You can see there are some guards currently underneath where the Stark Viznar is slowly bleeding, talking to each other, trying to figure out things. You hear a door open somewhere above you, and you watch as, and then you hear like the scraping of metal boots as you watch as 4 guards have exited from one of the roofs. Access points and are slowly clambering down the edge of the shingles. You watch as one shingle goes shunk, almost hitting one of the other guards. Careful, careful, boys. Try to get it down. Sir. You see the guards begin picking at the claws, trying to lift the creature, as its claws are just embedded into the actual shingling and the stone of the building itself. Soon you hear this heavy scraping sound as one of the claws suddenly falls off, and the creature limps off to the other side. You watch as the guards at the other side, now all of them together, lift up that last little arm, pulling the full weight of the creature and lifting it up, and then getting claws out from the shingling and dropping it. There was a heavy wet as the creature falls 40 feet into the alleyway below. You watch as part of its part of its arm bones shatter upon impact. Its tail catches most of it and kind of splooges out a little bit. And there's just this wet, gross mess in the middle of the alleyway now. Oh, good job, boys. Back up and let me at it. So he takes out one of his short swords, and you see that as he pulls it out, suddenly the tip, the main part of the blade, suddenly goes serrated. And he takes it right at the abdomen and begins to saw right through the center of the creature, vertically, until he enters into what seems to be some sort of internal organ cavity. Takes his hands, pulls out, looks to be some sort of sack, rips it open. What'd you say you lost again?
My alms box.
Pulls out this wet, bloody box. There you go.
I take it and I cradle it to my chest like it's a baby. Thank you so much.
No problem. You keep that little box of yours safe. Don't let it get eaten by these creatures again.
I won't.
And I want to go somewhere private now. I need to check it.
Yeah, as you begin walking away, you hear him speak. Okay. Let's skin this creature. I think I need a cloak for myself. As they begin.
I respect this guy. He also harvests bodies.
So they begin to harvest the creature's body to make a cloak out of.
Absolutely awful. Hate that.
What? Why would you hate that?
As I leave, can I?
If you
Oh,
killed this
can I
creature
judge?
in a park or something else, or like in a secluded place, you would have been able to do this.
He's yucky.
Why?
As because he's too cool.
You're
I
the
don't know.
guy.
Can I judge their technique for skinning it?
Go ahead. Make a.
What is that?
Let's do investigation.
Wonderful. I don't know. They're doing it.
Yeah, you probably look at him, and you've no clue how he's doing this, but his hands are so dexterous, and in but a moment, like he's just giving them orders, and telling them to hold on to like certain sections of the body, but he's pretty much doing all the work. And like you stop and just watch him do it because you're so impressed by the way he's skinning this creature. You're actually yeah, you're just watching because he's smooth with it. In one fell swoop, suddenly the creature is fully skinned, and he grabs the kind of wet hide of the creature and just begins to ball it up in a nice little round pile, and throws it over your shoulder.
It's cool. I'll just leave. I'll just go to my party, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still cradling my alms box like a baby.
Fair. Oh yeah, you make your way back to the rest of your party. Wet alms box in tow.
Yes.
Yippee!
Mm-hmm. That yippee didn't sound truly yippied.
Wet alms box.
What, do you not like a
There's
wet...
so much blood on that thing.
Yes!
Would you rather me
It's
have
wet.
a moist alms box?
Yeah, moist doesn't bother me.
That's good. So we'll stick with wet.
Excretions, however, that's a bad word.
Is it sweating?
Is the box itself sweating?
I sure hope
No.
not.
That'd be a
is
really
oozing.
weird box.
It
Actually...
probably is oozing at this point. There's so much fucking stuff rotting in there.
It's fine. Also,
Last
I'm
time I
not gonna
checked, it wasn't
lie,
rotting that bad.
That bad.
Kraken looks like worm tongue if you were to like take all that greasy hair and like slick it all back. Right? So none of it's in his face. If he were to be like a lot more athletic looking as well, and like have actual competency. But yes, he is creepy.
Mm. Interesting.
I respect it.
He
I feel like
strikes
this guy
me
might have
as a
let me have the
pervert.
eyes. Who isn't?
Well, probably
Hopefully
a few
most people like hopefully most
yeah.
people are not.
Hopefully most people.
Although I don't have faith in the world at this point.
No.
But yeah, you meet up with your party.
Ripley's hair is greasy, but he does try to somewhat maintain it. It's greasy for like having like the lack of being able to wash it, not like greased back intentionally. I don't think shampoo exists yet, unfortunately. So like everyone's hair is a
does.
bit greasy. It does? Whoa, who invented shampoo?
Prestidigitation.
Well, that's not the same.
Just magic shampoo. Not everyone has access to magic
I mean,
shampoo.
You
Just go to
can't
your
just,
magic
like,
barbershop. I don't
use-
know.
regular soap. It's not good for you, but you can.
Yeah, I mean, so I'd assume Ripley's hair is slightly more greasy than just the average person at this point in time,
Well, they
because
definitely
everyone's
make
hair is
like
like,
there's definitely some product that has been made from like some creature that has like
yep.
shampoo-like qualities.
Bonnie, you should synthesize the first shampoo and sell it. That would be your biggest capitalism gain, is to market a luxury product for cleaning your hair. Exactly. If you use this shampoo every day, eventually your hair is going to be beautiful and silvery and magical.
You should also start up a knockoff brand and just sell Nair.
Yeah. So it can be the competitor's brand, but it like
Yeah.
ruins your hair, so then they only go
So it
to
just
your brand.
boosts your you make two guilds, right? Your one guild is the front running guild that you front run. The other guild you control through another guy, and that guild is doomed to fail in order to make your guild look better because that guild constantly makes cheap knockoffs. So everybody's like, well, I need to get the real thing or else it's just gonna suck.
Yeah, exactly. Should definitely make shampoo.
Yeah.
Big gains to be had.
And
The shampoo
Let's
market is
derail the
open
whole
right
campaign
now.
and just do a shampoo session.
Yeah.
This is a shampoo
campaign.
campaign now.
Yeah, we'll stop
Our
being
whole
evil to make
goal is to
shampoo.
create a shampoo
Yeah.
empire.
Evil shampoo.
We give up our goals to be evil and just become shampoo tycoons.
shampoo tycoon.
We'll make 1 quadrillion gold pieces off of the shampoo market because there is no competition.
1/10 of the proceeds go to each of us, I guess.
1/6.
There's not 10 of us.
Well,
Yeah.
probably not 1/6 because I think Bonnie would get most of it because she's the one making it. But
We all get 1/10 except Bonnie, who gets whatever else is left.
most of it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would leave Bonnie with 50% and the rest of us with 1/10,
10.
like a fifth of the remaining 50, so that would be 10.
That seems fair.
Yeah. The most evil thing you could do, not share your profits evenly amongst your coworkers.
Yeah. Create pay gaps.
Yeah, you're the
Bonnie
CEO,
starts
so you get 50% of the profit.
Bonnie starts paying some of us more than the others.
Yeah.
Bonnie creates a fabric to keep us in line.
No,
Yeah,
not the pay gap.
The pay, yeah.
The
There's no
evil pay
unions
gap.
in this world either.
Oh, there
So
is a
true.
union.
No, there's a farmer union.
Oh, there
There's
is
the
a
farmer
union.
Yeah.
Bonnie's gonna forbid unions.
The best way to prevent unions is to forbid them. That's true.
It totally works all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely not fascism.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we should get our money from this guy and leave.
Yeah.
How could Bonnie be fascist? She's an angel.
Yeah, so Dylan will say to you all, well, were you able to get any evidence of the killing of this creature?
Ooh, did we do that?
What are the stipulations?
He
I
killed him
believe?
from a range.
My alms box is covered in its blood.
Looks at your alms box, dripping. Well, I feel like that would satisfy our contract then. If you want, I don't have the money on me right now. Come back to the school with me. And I'll ensure you're paid.
Should we get paid first and then go back to the
Probably.
Celestial, or go back to the Celestial first?
Well, if you remember, the
does-
Celestial left the actual
It
house.
did leave? Okay.
Yeah. So I guess if we just go and get paid, then we can meet Kara and tell him about the celestial situation.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's go get money.
So you all are escorted by Dylon, Olin Dunnett, and this other teacher. Sorry about that. And soon find your way to the Requiem Institute. There, you're led upstairs, and well, not upstairs. Sorry, into the teachers section, past a lot of offices, into the headmaster's quarters, and are given money.
Yes, I did the math. We each get 833 gold, and then 2 goes into the party fund.
Yippee.
So I assume that's easier than trying to break up a gold piece into indivisible fractions.
Yeah. The party fund makes everything easy.
So 833.
833. I gotta do math.
Same.
I can't do mental math. It's my great weakness.
That's why I always have a Google tab open on another page with math.
Valid.
I just have a calculator to do basic addition and subtraction.
Hmm.
It's great.
I also have
I
a
have my
calculator.
phone as a calculator.
Somehow I've been running into RAM issues with my calculator, though. I don't know why.
Oh.
I would assume
Are
it's
you
because
running
you have
Google
so
Chrome?
much shit on your computer that it's
a
like
physical
incapable
calculator.
of running one more.
It's
It's a
actually
physical
It's a
calculator?
physical calculator.
Why does it have RAM?
I don't know. It's a TI-84.
Do
Oh,
you
just,
need
like,
to
clear
like
the
clear
history.
it?
Yeah, just clear the history and it'll be fine.
I don't know.
Have you ever cleared the history?
I think I have. I don't know. I haven't used this thing at all. There's years of D&D and probably calculus on this.
Probably calculus, but
After we
maybe
get that
algebra?
money, I would love to look at that book I picked up. Book of Spells, Volume 2.
Yeah, and you begin to look at your book of spells. Would you do this in Dylon's office?
No, this is like afterwards.
Okay, so you probably head back to the Tale of Two Towers Inn. Second, I need to make sure something is sent to me. And you begin to look at this book of spells. So the book of spells is this green book that it has a lot of moss and mushrooms growing on it. It's a book. What is it called? Where it comes with like the thing to save in your book. Like,
bookmark?
yes, the bookmark that comes with the book is purple and almost looks like a tongue of some sort. The book slightly oozes water as well.
Oh, that's not good for a book.
But it is a magical book. The book appears to, as you open it up and begin reading the words of the spells. Let me just something fast. So as you open it up, there is descriptions for a lot of spells. There's also a lot of like typos and grammatical errors. And also some parts of the book are just incredibly difficult to read. But you know, in this fancy cursive wizard writing, the spells that are contained in this book specifically are Burning Hands, Ray of Sickness, Grease, Arcane Hand, Blur, and Crown of Madness, and Fireball. Each of these spells, one of these spells can be used once a day.
Okay, and can you list those out for me?
Sure. Yeah. Let me just take them out.
Are these written in such a way that this would count as like a wizard spell book that you could like transcribe spells out of?
I'd say sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's just wizard cursive, essentially. But any spellcaster can use this book, and it does not require attunement at all.
And can I try to figure out why it's wet and has a tongue? Because that
Make an
seems
Arcana check.
peculiar. Okay, I'm gonna use my address to add a d4 to it. $16.
Um, 16. You get the sense that this book has a lot of magical power written into it. The fact that these are spells that you can use in perpetuity that don't go away. This is a pretty powerful magic item. In all honesty.
Okay, but I don't really figure out anything about the tongue or the wetness.
Not entirely. You do
Okay.
hear upon. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell, and it's not exactly a tongue. It just resembles like a purpley weird tongue. Here, I can take a photo of this book for you.
Okay.
Just the art. I will have to crop it.
And the property was I can cast one of the spells out of it once a day.
Any spell.
Okay. But then once I cast that one spell, I can't cast any of the others?
For the day, yes.
Okay.
Okay. That works. Book of Spells.
I mean, it's cute. I'm gonna have to, like, put it in a part of my bag that's a little bit more water resistant.
Yeah, but so you don't show it to the Archmage. Would you cast any spells today?
Not yet. What were those were, okay, here's the
Yeah.
spells.
Burning Hands, Ray of Sickness, Grease, Arcane Hand, Blur, Crown of Madness, and Fireball.
Actually, yeah, since I'm, like, alone in this inn room, I'll cast Arcane Hand, just to try it out.
Okay, you are reading the kind of strange wizard cursive for this, spell book, and you read out Arcane Hand. So you're alone in your room, right?
I would assume. Unless anybody else came back.
I'm hearing nothing. So yeah, you're kind of sitting alone in your room. You're gonna okay. You read out the spell Arcane Hand, and poofing into existence, you can see a 5 foot tall, red-haired man with a wide mustache, who is currently holding what looks to be a set of bagpipes. Currently in front of him, there's a drum kit, and he has a harmonica attached on one of those neck things. He also has what appears to be like maybe like a tambourine attached to one hip and a cowbell attached to the other. Oh, hi. My name's Jeff. And he just starts playing. As you have summoned a arcane band. He is a one-man magical band. And he just starts playing. You hear the harmonica just goes crazy. There's some sounds going on, like all of a sudden he taps on the drums. The bagpipes start going off. There's a little bit of cowbell. Boop, boop, boop. And then you hear the tambourine go as he like sways his hips and he's playing, just going to town. There's a sudden.
My head is tilting more and more to the side as I'm watching this.
Yeah, he just keeps going. All of a sudden, he gets to one part of the song, and you watch as he throws his bagpipes in the air, and it just vanishes in a puff of smoke, and he gets an electric guitar suddenly. He goes, as he just is going to town. And, like, you're, like, maybe 5 minutes into the show now.
5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, like... So it lasts longer than the original spell I cast?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to close my character sheet.
You see he takes a break from his harmonica solo, starts jamming a little bit more. Any requests?
Yeah, can you explain to me what's happening?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
give me a second.
Why do you
You watch
exist?
as he throws the guitar into the air. Suddenly he swipes his hand in the drum kit that he's been banging on only with his toes and feet. Turns into a giant piano. Down, 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 down. And he just starts playing music. And he starts singing you a melody. My name is Jeff. I am a magical one-man band. You summoned me. So now I play for thee. Suddenly the harmonica shifts and now it's an ocarina on a stick. You watch as two ghostly fingers suddenly pop out of nowhere and he starts playing the ocarina while also playing piano.
I don't know what to do with this.
There's a heavy... Can you turn that racket off? On the
Can I
edge of the
dismiss
door.
the spell? Am I able to?
You try to dismiss the spell?
Yeah.
He looks at you. You really don't like it?
Well, it's not that. It's that I'm sort of in a tavern inn, and there's other people here, and you're really loud. So...
I can be louder.
No, that's the problem, is that you're too loud. So, I would love to hear you perform again, but it's gonna have to be at a
Listen.
different time. I shoot him without his blast.
He just keeps playing that note over and over again. Just so you know, I do work on tips. He kind of kicks his foot, and you watch as a magical top hat goes spinning across the room, lands right at your feet.
Eldritch Blast didn't, it just went right through him, it didn't
You
have
Eldritch
any
blast
effect.
him?
Yeah.
It would probably go through him, yeah.
Okay, I leave the room.
Hey, come back! No! You hear some... Well, heavy shuffling, and then you hear tuba sounds behind you.
I'm just like leaving.
Yeah, you open the door and you can see there's a very angry, slightly drunk patron of the bar, just angry as hell as the situation is happening. You walk past him. Suddenly, you hear this heavy donk sound as he gets fucking hit in the face with the tuba. As Jeff is just playing the tuba behind you now.
Okay, I guess I just leave the building and hope Jeff dies.
No, seriously, did you want me to go?
If you would.
Fine, you can dismiss me. I do play only for 10 minutes, though. It's been a pleasure playing for you, Ripley. Hopefully you summon me
How do
again
you
sometime.
know my name?
You summoned me! He poofs out of existence. With a distant, like, slight...
I didn't tell him my name, though.
Oh my goodness.
A distant harmonica solo fades off and as Jeff is dead.
Okay. Interesting.
But now you know
thought-
that Arcane Hand is actually Arcane Band. Which
Okay.
summons a magical one-man band for 10 minutes. that You can
Okay.
control and order what to do. But you can dismiss him.
Now, looking back at that wizard cursive, does it look more like a B than an H?
Looking back on it, yes.
Okay. Great.
Oh, 100% he gets isekai'd.
So if I cast Burning Hands, does that mean that it'll summon a whole band that's on fire? Because it'll be burning bands?
Could be turning hands. And it just starts up a DJ table.
What
Two
if...
mage hands spinning discs.
So, a cursive S kind of looks like a D. Is it Ray of Dickness? And if so, what does that mean?
It's great at bachelorette parties.
I don't know.
Okay, great.
So you have a new magic item. The Book of Misspells.
Interesting. That's what it's called? The Book of Misspells?
That's its legal name, yes.
Okay.
Volume 2, by the way. I'm so happy you cast that one.
Great. Alright.
Yeah. But eventually, after your general scolding by some drunk patrons for whatever that loud situation was, you are able to settle down the remainder of your day.
I would love to go to Bonnie and ask her, as a wizard, to read this wizard cursive for me and see if she can kind of figure out what these misspellings are. I know it won't tell me like exactly what the spells do, but if she can parse out what they're supposed to say, it might help me a little.
You
It's like
actually go
asking
to
a
Bonnie.
doctor, hey, what did you write on this piece of paper in your doctor handwriting? Because it's illegible to every other person.
Yeah, you take it to Bonnie. Bonnie, make an Arcana check.
And can I give the help action by explaining that Arcane Hand is Arcane Band?
Sure.
Yay. Well,
So with a 15, you begin to go through these spells, And Bonnie, you're able to realize that whoever this wizard is, they just really suck at writing. Half the, all of the spells are not what they seem. It's entirely too hard for you to guess, as through the magical enchantment on them, they're enchanted to look like normal spells, somewhat, but the book is definitely wrong in all aspects. You know, some of them might also not just be misspellings. You feel like some of them might have additional words, like letters, I mean.
All right, it's gonna be
Like there was a smudge,
trial.
there's a smudge next to blur that makes it seem like you might be missing a couple letters. And maybe a misspelling.
You could
Like
ask
you're like,
Jeff.
for a moment you're like, is that Spurt?
Guess I'll find out when I cast it tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, like with Crown of Madness, you're like, is that supposed to be an R? I don't think that's an R for Crown. So you're pretty sure that's like only 4 letters. Or maybe even
Cow.
less.
Cow of Madness.
Cow of Madness. It just summons a
Clown
cow.
of
It just summons
Madness.
a cow that has mad cow disease.
Clown of Madness is that could like these are just like
Clown.
no. So they're not
What if
all
it
the
was
same
Clown
number
of
of letters.
Madness?
If you wanted to like try to figure out what they are, some of them just need to be cast.
Yeah, I'll just have to cast him.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope it's Rave Dickness, though.
God, Rave Dickness would be so funny. I don't even know what it would do, but I want to find out.
Everybody becomes just really unfriendly all of a sudden.
Yeah, whoever I hit with it just turns into a massive dick. Like, they're just so rude for no reason.
Yeah.
If you did that to that guy we met earlier, it wouldn't have changed anything.
So true. Maybe it would have made him nicer.
He was pretty nice.
He was nice. He was just, like, creepy.
He let me get my alms box. He didn't even try to open it.
Which is suspicious to me, but... Alright, thank you, Bonnie.
So you go back to your room to rest and relax for the rest of the evening, hearing the gentle cawing of a couple of ravens outside your window.
Let them in.
Absolutely let in the ravens.
When I get to the room, can I check to make sure everything is still in my alms box?
Yeah, you look in your alms box. Everything that you expect to be there is in there. It seems as if it wasn't opened in the moment. Like, it wasn't open when it was swallowed or engulfed into the Stark Visnir's body when it shapeshifted. But you also find one extra item.
Okay.
You find what appears to be an additional eye. More fresh than the others.
Can I tell what species it is?
Make a medicine check.
Womp womp. Wow, bad rolls tonight.
13? It's pretty clearly a human eye. And then upon inspecting it, you do note that it seems as if it was initialed.
Oh! What are the
in the back
initials?
of the eye, it looks like someone kind of punctured it with some sort of very thin claw of some type and spelled out SK.
I'm assuming that's Cecil. What does the K stand for?
They still kill.
Mhm.
I could just ask. I'll just ask Cecil if this was her, it, them.
Hmm. No, not me.
Hmm.
Beautiful eyes.
I do agree.
I'm gonna put it back in my alms box. Who the fuck is SK?
Inside Stark's body is a bagman.
There's a bagman that just starts leaving me eyes. Could be. It's not Caro, I don't think. Where is he, by the way? Actually, hang on.
What about Kara?
Yeah, is he alive?
When you left Dylon's office, you went and stopped by Karo's.
Sure. Yeah.
You would have knocked on the door. Would have waited probably a good 5 minutes until walking down the hall, you see not Karo, but Colte walking down the hall. He just kind of spots you on
Wait.
waiting.
I think we're talking about the wrong Caro. I mean Caro, the boy, not Caro, the necromancer.
Oh, Karo, not Karo.
Yeah. Sorry. It's
This is gonna happen a lot. isn't it?
Caro.
How
yeah,
dare
Caro.
you mistake the two people who have the same name?
Yeah, how dare you?
Karo
From now
and
on,
Karo.
I'll just say Caro the boy.
The boy.
Tell him to change his name for Hadar.
He might actually have to do that. No, he's been chilling at home.
It's time
He's
to
been
take
chilling
a
in the room.
new name.
Hey, Ace, how are you?
Oh, good. Got my alms box back.
What's so special about your alms box?
Oh, well, it's where I keep all of the things that I want to offer to Hadar. Objects specifically, not souls or lives. That's a bit more intangible. Here, look.
And I'll open the alms box up and show him each thing. And I'll be
Yeah,
like, these are the beautiful eyes. I have a list. These are the beautiful eyes that came from a wolf. These are the hand bones that came from a crucible knight who was corrupted into a herald of Hadar. Here's the jar of herald ichor.
oh,
And then here's this new mystery eye that somebody put in there, and I don't know who.
mystery eye. Someone just gave you an eye.
Yeah, someone just put this human eye in my alms box. It's signed SK.
SK. Huh. Don't know anyone named it. I don't know. Who could be referencing? Does it have to be a first and last name?
Probably not. S- I out of character. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm trying to think of alternate things for SK, and all that's coming to mind is skunk. And I don't think that's right. Hmm.
I don't know. What happened? So someone took your alms box. Who took it?
The Stark of Isnar. So I guess he put an eye.
Dark? Isnar. Dark?
I guess that makes
The
sense.
man you were investigating.
Yeah.
Weird. Could it be Stark?
Could be.
First letter and last letter?
Hmm. Could be. Don't know why he would put a human eye in my alms box, though.
I don't know. Wasn't he like a monster or something?
Yeah, something very loyal to something else. I never did get a chance to find out what that was. So probably has something to do with that, I guess.
Probably. Oh, I've been working on something new. He stands up.
Oh?
Watch this.
It's a bomb.
He casts fireball.
Kara invents nuclear bombs.
He takes a moment, and twists his fingers and goes, "Huzzah." And suddenly you watch as, instantly, all the lights in the room snuff out. He does it again, and all the lights turn on. Also,
Very impressive.
he creates
And
a,
I'm
a
clapping.
small shower of sparks as well. I'm pretty sure I can heat things up, cool them down. He used prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Very impressive, and I'm clapping. I want to be encouraging at this stage. I can't break him just yet.
I know it's not as powerful as the blast I did that one time. I'm trying to learn.
Every spell has its place.
Thank you. I think my next one, I might try and do. There's, I don't know. People usually don't listen to me. I want to see if I can try and listen to me better. Like charm someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I'm hopeful.
Well, I believe in you.
Thank you so much. Anyway, tell me more about what happened to you today. And, he'll sit back down, and if you two want to
Yeah.
just chat throughout the evening, it's fine.
I have a friend.
Yeah, I mean, he was always your friend.
I know. It's just the first time that I'm treating him like it.
Nice. Yeah. Anyone else wish to do anything for the evening?
Can't think of anything.
How many spells can I shove in my crystal? Which crystal is this again? Ooh, spell shot. Are you trying to how many wizard spells you have access to? Using the old wizard, right? Oh yeah. I know you were trying to add. I think you can have as many. I've never actually played a wizard thing.
Sorry, what's the question about it?
Copying a spell into your wizard spellbook.
You can have as many as you want.
That's what I thought.
It's just limited by cost, and then you can only prepare so many.
Yeah. So yeah, you can add them in your book. That should be no problem.
As long as you've got the money, you can add as like every wizard spell. You can just only prepare your intelligence modifier plus wizard level.
Yeah, and so for every spell level, it's 2 hours and 50 gold. So, say for like, I don't think you've added that. You bought like a couple second level spells, right? That'd be 4 hours and 100 gold each. So, yeah, that's gonna take you 6 hours and 300 gold pieces. Which you can easily do for the remainder of your night. Or for some of your night, I guess. I think if you get less than 6 hours of sleep during your long rest, then that would be not a full long rest. But you have the entire evening to do it. You know, you kind of all took a break right after, speaking to Dylon. You all kind of went back to the inn. So you can have, I'd say you'd be able to get all your spells done in this thing. Decent downtime day. Vortex warp. So, you do spells. There is conversation and maybe a little bit of training for Caro. Atlas, anything you want to do for your evening?
I think Atlas might be like restless and go for a walk during the nighttime.
Okay. What do you do on your walk?
I think he's just gonna like explore the city, try and see like maybe where Caro might live at.
Okay. You begin to explore around the city. You go and head back to the old Verstek Manor and see it in such a rundown, destroyed state. Clearly, he does not live there. You move on and eventually find your way all the way to the Requiem Institute. You can see the dorms for the wizards. You can see the large central tower that kind of dominates and almost acts as like a lighthouse for much of the north side of the city. And you can see there's so many spaces that he could possibly live. You just don't know. You don't know where they could be. And you start to get angry. That kind of uh, that anger begins to build up within you as you just so desire to see your family once more. Now knowing that he has her. Make a wisdom save. "13. Yeah. You begin to actually get furious. That rage begins to build up in you. How many more doses of the potion do you have?
I have I think 2.
Okay. You feel this surge of anger, and you rush to your belt and pull out one of the potions, going to pop it and go feral and angry and just lash out. And then there is this sudden, almost like clarity in your mind that just stuns you for a moment. As if something kind of cleared the way in your mind, took away some of that fury. Feel almost the same feeling that you had when you first woke up after being what you are now, after your death. There's something can't explain watching over you. What do you do?
I think I'll just like kick something nearby and kind of just walk back to the inn, just thinking about that moment.
Okay. Yeah, you take out a little bit of your anger, but your anger has kind of quelled itself at the moment. As if something was looking out for you that knew this was a bad use of anger. You eventually make your way back to the inn, settle down. So, with that, you all rest up for the evening and awaken with a new day. You head down the stairs. You get a fresh meal in for yourselves, provided to you by the inn staff. And as you all find yourselves to a table, the door creaks open, and a now familiar figure walks in. With an eerie smile, they grab a seat from some unsuspecting table of patrons, not even asking if he can take it, and sits down with all of you. Oh. Probably not. The manor was pretty well abandoned. There is some decent silver objects. So perhaps a thieving run could be useful, but so Trakan sits down next to all of you. Good morning, y'all. Great to see you again. I come with some news. Well, it's less of an invitation, more of a request. Are y'all ready for a little travel?
So I guess we're gonna meet the king.
No. You're gonna be meeting with his advisors, and I'm gonna be interrogating you. But we have some words for you. I'll give you some time to eat. You're all looking a little famished after yesterday. In fact, he kind of raises a finger and you watch as one of the bar attendants comes over. Hi, what can I get for you? One steak. I want to see the blood coming out of it as well. Got me? It's breakfast time. I don't care. One steak. Cook it just enough. I want the blood.
This guy is rancid. I
Ace
truly,
loves
truly
it.
Sir.
hate him.
The bar staff goes back into the kitchen to cook up a very, lightly done steak.
Steak tartare.
Yeah, it cooked, but
It's just rare steak.
yeah, super rare.
Yeah. They cook it just enough to kill the germs
Mm.
that they
Essentially.
totally know about.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna stop y'all from digging in. Your breakfast is brought over on large trays and plates. All manners of different meals. Probably more breakfast related. Probably some eggs or omelets, some bacon, some hams, and then a single large steak. Big old T-bone. Plopped right down on a plate. And when it's cut, it bleeds. And Rakan,
Ripley sees that and leaves the table before he throws up.
Rakan smiles at that.
I did not make a good enough con save to not be absolutely disgusted by this.
Hopefully they finish that. Terrible shame to waste food.
I'm gonna go up to the bar, buy another jar of bacon grease.
Just eat bacon grease.
No, I'm just collecting them. So I have 3 now. I forget how much I paid for the first 2.
I thought the first one you bought was at the bacon themed restaurant.
It was from a different town that I got a
Yeah.
jar of bacon grease. So I guess I'd have to ask this person if they would sell me a jar of bacon grease.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in Clash was the bacon themed restaurant.
Yeah, that was in Clash. Yeah, I'll ask this new person if I can buy some bacon grease.
Yeah, we can try and gather enough bacon grease for you if you want. Put it at 2 gold?
Ooh, gold. All right. Yeah, I'll pay it.
Jar of bacon grease.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
You have to cook a lot of bacon to collect all of it. But they will do it. So you pay for bacon grease as Trakan eats their steak. Once all of your meals are digested, well, eaten and partially digested, Trakan will kind of stand. Now I know I said you're not meeting the king, Not by any power I have will you ever meet it. But I'll be taking you to the castle nonetheless. If y'all are ready.
Well, not like we have a choice.
No, you don't.
Before we go, there was one thing I wanted to do the previous night. I think you just didn't see my message in chat about it.
Yeah, probably not.
I just wanted to go to the Requiem Institute and buy a blank spell book.
A blank spell book.
Yeah, just like a new one.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
How much do those cost? I could probably look that up. I'm sure there's a cost for them.
Probably.
Spellbook is 50 gold. My goodness.
Interesting. Yeah, it'd probably be 50 gold.
All right, I will get one.
Yeah.
One book is 25 bacon grease jars.
Yeah.
Bonnie is half greedy at this moment. A lot of bacon grease. You found a not a wizard school, but a bacon school.
Pull out your spell book, turn it on. It's actually a griddle.
School of bacon. Oh yeah. That can be easily done. So all of you readied yourselves after your morning meals. Some of you more full than others. All follow Trakan out and through the city streets. And as you make your way to Castle Rook, I will end the session there.
This totally isn't a trap.
Never would be.
No. I feel like it's a trap. I really do.
Oh, Sayani resummoned.
Yes. Summon Sidani and then flop in bed.
Gotcha. So that was your evening.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All that extra sleep.
Yeah, all good. Yeah. I did not expect you all to chase. That
I love
quickly.
to chase.
Okay.
I love having a fast speed.
Yeah.
I love remembering my character can fly.
Mm-hmm. It can. Slower than that creature can, so it would have outrun you, but
Oh, for sure, yeah. Did
But with
killing the
power
Stark
of
Viznar
friendship.
maybe make us more powerful?
did killing the Stark Viznar make you more powerful?
Yeah, well, the party as a whole, you know? It's a group effort, really.
Nope.
Damn. That's very sad.
Didn't get its hide. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that skinning things gave you levels.
Have you never played? I've never played RuneScape. I was going to make a RuneScape joke. I don't know if you skin things.
I know you skin things in the new Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, I probably could have made a Monster Hunter reference.
You skin things in Red Dead Redemption 2.
There you go. I've played Red Dead.
My friend keeps telling me to play it, and I said when they add a Dr. Pepper mod, I'll play it.
A what?
Dr. Pepper mod.
What is that?
It would just change every drinkable item to be Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god.
Because technically it exists in that time.
Technically
I love
does.
that.
And I think it'd just be really funny. And it's the only way I would play that game.
It's a good game. You can be a very sad cowboy.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I care about nothing anymore.
Me when I'm a sad cowboy.
I'm always a sad cowboy.
R.I.P. Sad Cowboy.
Is this you?
Is who me?
In general?
Oh, let me get to that chat. Hold on. That is me. I am sad cowboy.
It's literally called Sad Cowboy.
I am sad cowboy. I'll put on my cowboy hat. Don't make me.
Nobody's making you.
I think if you're making me put on the cowboy hat.
Well, if it's that easy to make you do things, we're level 6, everybody.
No.
Yippee!
Yay!
cowboy
Peer
hat.
pressure works for everything except D&D.
But what if it didn't though?
It could.
Wait, hold on.
Nasty.
Does this work? Oh.
So the way you usually use a hat is putting it on your head.
I did.
Interesting. That does not look like a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat. Hold up, I have another hat.
It's so flat on the sides.
I don't know, it's just a hat.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. That's a slightly more cowboy hat shape. I still wouldn't exactly call it a cowboy hat, but it's
Listen,
close. It's adjacent.
It's a cowboy adjacent. Oh.
It looks like what someone would make a cowboy hat if they only ever had a description of a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hold up, I'm fiddling. Hold up, I'm doing things.
We're holding it up.
They knocked your cowboy hat off of you. Luckily, you were wearing a second, smaller cowboy hat underneath.
Wait, milady.
Cowboy hat meets
gentleman.
fedora.
Yep. It's okay. Actually, it's fitting somehow
Yeah.
on the head. Oh wait, no, the headphones went to my forehead. That's what happened.
Oh.
I was so confused. What happened to the headphones? Cheers.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay. But yeah, that was D&D today.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all for playing. Sorry it took so long to set up everything and wake up.
All good.
I
It'd be
only
like that.
I only ran at a conservative estimate 10 miles yesterday. So like, no,
That's enough.
yeah, conservatively, I did too much.
Yeah. Gross.
It's bad. I also may have crashed 2 cars together.
What?
I may have hit a Tesla with another Tesla.
How did you do that?
I was trying to pull a Tesla. I work as a valet sometimes.
Oh,
And
right.
I was trying to pull a car out, and I may or may not have turned too early, and so I hit a Tesla with another Tesla. Luckily, they were brothers, but also not luckily, I hit 2 cars. So
But at least it was a Tesla.
Yeah, of all the cars to hit.
yeah, fuck Elon
Was
Musk.
this you with your subconscious telling you to crash the Teslas?
Oh, absolutely.
God intervened and said, crash.
I made the cars
Maybe these
kiss.
idiots. You made the cars kiss.
Yeah, the cars were speaking me biblically, telling me to crash themselves into each other. They just wanted to be destroyed.
They crave death.
They crave an end to the
Literally,
suffering.
the Nazi made us. You have to kill us.
Honestly. Well, this seems like a very good moment to end the stream.
Oh, so true. Sorry,
Yeah.
Twitch TOS. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. We hate Elon Musk. He can go die in a hole.
Haha.
Damn.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft?
Yeah, he fell in Minecraft.